Daksu elections tomorrow, all preparations for voting in festive and peaceful environment completed. Prosecution to end witness testimony by end of this month or in first week of next month against Sheikh Hasina and two others in cases of crimes against humanity. Many stories of July mass uprisings still unknown. Bring those stories to forefront. Information and Broadcasting Advisor Mahfuz Alam calls upon journalists. Army prepared to perform its duties in national parliamentary elections with directives of Election Commission. All forces must work together to improve law and order situation, Army headquarters stated in a briefing. Protests by students and public against ban on social media in Nepal. At least 19 people killed in clashes between security forces and protesters. And in Sharjah, Pakistan win Tri-Nation T20 Championship, defeating Afghanistan by 75 runs in the final. Assalamu alaikum and welcome to News at 10. I'm Mahmoud Rahman. Those were the headlines. Let's move on now to the details. The much anticipated Dhaka University Central Students' Union Daksu election will be held tomorrow. All preparations for the election have already been completed. In this election, a total of 471 candidates are contesting for both the central and hall unions. Among them, the highest number, 45 candidates, are vying for the vice president post. 19 candidates are running for the general secretary position, while 25 candidates are contesting for the Assistant General Secretary post. Analysts say the Daksu election will produce future leadership that embodies the history and traditions of Dhaka University. Since the academic year 1922-23, Daksu has held 37 elections. On December the 1st, 1922, in a meeting of teachers at Curzon Hall, the decision was made to establish the Dhaka University Students' Union. From its inception, Daksu has played a glorious role in Bangladesh's history. In this 38th Daksu election, Mohammad Abidul Islam Khan has been nominated by the BNP student wing, Chhatrodal, as their VP candidate, while Sheikh Tanveer Bari Hamim has been nominated for the GS post. From the Islami Chhatra Shibir-backed United Students Alliance, Mohammad Abu Sadiq Qaim is contesting for VP, while the current president of Shibir's Dhaka University unit, S.M. Farhad, is running for GS. Former Daksu leaders believe that after a long interval, this election will enable students to choose leaders capable of advancing student-friendly initiatives. From the Bangladesh Ganotantrik Chhatra সংসদ-backed Anti-Discrimination Student Council, Abdul Qadir, one of the coordinators of the July Uprisings anti-discrimination movement, is contesting for BP, while another coordinator, Muhammad Abu Bakr Mojumdar, is running for GS from the Independent Students' Unity Panel. Former spokesperson of the anti-discrimination student movement, Umama Fatima, is contesting for VP, while Al-Sadi Bhuya is contesting for GS. The leftist alliance, supported by 7 organizations under the Resistance Council, has nominated Sheikh Tasneem Afroz Imi for VP and Meghmallar Boshu, president of Dhaka University Chhatra Union, for GS. Former Daksu leaders also emphasized that the young leadership emerging from this long-awaited election must play a responsible role in nation building, and political parties should support that process responsibly. Voting for the Dhaka University Central Students' Union Daksu and Hall Union elections is set to begin at 8 a.m. on Tuesday. All necessary preparations are at the final stage, with university authorities confirming that a 3-tier security system would be in place to maintain law and order throughout the polling day. For the first time in Daksu election history, the entire voting environment will be live cast via LED displays installed at various key locations throughout the campus, ensuring transparency in the process. A total of 39,874 students of Dhaka University are eligible to cast their votes across 810 polling booths set up at designated polling centres. Special earmarked booths have been arranged for blind students to ensure inclusivity in the electoral process. Vice-Chancellor Professor Dr. Niaz Ahmed Khan has urged all valid voters to participate in the election. He mentioned that the voting rules have been published on the official Dhaka University website and Facebook page to help new voters and for students' awareness. To maintain the integrity of the process, no outsiders will be allowed to enter the university campus during polling hours. Dhaka Metropolitan Police Commissioner has reiterated that tight security measures will be strictly enforced during the voting. Over the past 13 days of campaigning, which began on August the 26th, the election environment has remained peaceful and festive, with no significant complaints regarding violations of the Election Code of Conduct. According to the rules, candidates are prohibited from offering gifts, food or drinks to voters. The ballot boxes are ready and will be dispatched to polling centres shortly ahead of the polls. Chief Advisor Professor Muhammad Yunus said the government would explore ways to support and promote talented students on the global stage, ensuring they receive further encouragement and recognition. He made the remarks when 6 medal winners of the International Mathematical Olympiad and the International Biology Olympiad met him at the State Guest House Jamuna today, where the students shared their stories and experiences. The bronze medal winners are Ariz Anas, South Point School and College, Hamim Rahman, Notre Dame College, Farah bin Faisal, Mastermind English Medium School, Jitendra Borua, Chittagong Bakalia Government College, Jawad Hamim Chaudhry, Ideal School and College, and Tahsin Khan, Mymensingh Zilla School. Education Advisor C.R. Abrar, Primary and Mass Education Advisor Bidhan Ranjan Rai Poddar, President of the Bangladesh Mathematical Olympiad Committee, Professor Dr. Mohammad Kaikobad, and the committee's General Secretary, A.A. Munir Hassan, were among others present. The Chief Advisor urged the Olympiad Committee to share their experiences and future plans during the meeting. Professor Kaikobad said the committee raised all the necessary funds ourselves, including registration fees, accommodation and transportation. Testimony of 39 witnesses was concluded at the International Crimes Tribunal today in a case against deposed Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, former Home Minister Asaduzzaman Khan Kamal and former Inspector General of Police Chaudhry Abdullah Al Mamun for crimes against humanity committed during the mass uprising in July 2024. The 3-member panel of the ICT-1, led by Justice Muhammad Ghulam Murtaza Mojumdar, has fixed September 9th for recording the next testimony. The detained ex-IGP Chaudhry Abdullah Al Mamun gave testimony in the case before the tribunal as a state approver and the 36th witness. Chief Prosecutor Muhammad Tajul Islam, prosecutors Mizanul Islam and Ghazi S.H. Tamim moved the tribunal on behalf of the prosecution, while state-appointed lawyer Amir Hussain stood for Sheikh Hasina and Asaduzzaman Khan Kamal. Lawyer Zayed bin Amzad moved the tribunal for Chaudhry Abdullah Al Mamun. The tribunal was ordered to initiate the trial against the trio after framing charges against them on July the 10th. Chaudhry Abdullah Al Mamun filed a petition to the tribunal to be a state approver, and the tribunal took it in cognizance. Apart from this, Sheikh Hasina was accused in 2 more cases of crimes against humanity at the tribunal. In one of the cases, Sheikh Hasina was accused of enforced disappearances during 15 years of her regime. The other case was filed against her for mass killing at the rally of the Hifazat-e-Islam at Shapla Chottor in the capital. Complaints, one after another, were submitted at the tribunals for committing crimes against humanity during the mass uprising in July 2024. The 2 tribunals are now conducting trials of the cases. The National Citizen Party, NCP, expressed optimism that the Election Commission will finalise its registration soon, as the Commission prepares to begin discussions with political parties ahead of the 13th National Parliamentary election scheduled for February 2026. The party's joint member secretary, Zahirul Islam Musa, conveyed this hope while speaking to reporters following a meeting with senior EC Secretary Akhtar Ahmed today. A three-member NCP delegation, including joint convener Khalid Saifullah and Zahirul Islam Musa, took part in the meeting with the Commission. NCP leader said the party expects to receive formal registration by the end of September 2025. Economic advisor Dr. Salehuddin Ahmed has said that nature alone cannot be blamed for the harmful impacts of climate change. People themselves must play an active role in saving a healthy and livable planet. He made this remark at the inauguration ceremony of Navigating Climate Finance media reporting held at the PKSF Bhavan in the capital. The event was chaired by PKSF Chairman Zakir Ahmed Khan, Prime Minister's Press Secretary Mohammad Shafiqul Alam and ERD Secretary Mohammad Shahryar Qadir Siddiqui of the Ministry of Finance also spoke at the programme. Speakers urged media professionals to highlight the harmful impacts of climate change in Bangladesh at the international level. Home Advisor Lieutenant General retired Mohammad Jahangir Alam Chaudhry has said that the law enforcement agencies will be put on high alert round the clock at the Puja Mondaps across the country for peaceful celebration of Durga Puja. He made the remarks after emerging from a meeting on arrangement of security ahead of the Durga Puja at the Home Ministry in Bangladesh Secretariat today. The Home Advisor has advised the organisers involved in arrangement of the Durga Puja to deploy 3 individuals at each of the mondaps during the day and 4 at night to ensure 24-hour surveillance. He also said that Ansar personnel will also be appointed at the Puja mondaps to ensure foolproof surveillance to avert any untoward incidents. Alongside police and Ansar, members of Arab, armed forces and BGB will be entrusted in ensuring peaceful celebrations of the Durga Puja festival across the country, he said. Information and Broadcasting Advisor Muhammad Mahfuz Alam said the stories of those who sacrificed in this uprising should be presented to the public. He called upon journalists to highlight the contributions of the martyrs and the injured in the July uprising in the media. He made these remarks while addressing a group insurance agreement signing ceremony at Dhaka Reporters Unity today. At the event, an insurance agreement was signed between National Life Insurance plc and about 2,000 members of Dhaka Reporters Unity. Highlighting the government's initiatives for journalists' welfare, the advisor said that the government provides welfare grants to a significant number of journalists every 3 months through the Bangladesh Journalists Welfare Trust. The advisor said the draft of the ordinance on the protection of journalists has been sent to the Legislative Department. In addition, the government is also working on implementing the 9th Wage Board, he added. Dhaka Reporters Unity President Abu Saleh Akun presided over the programme, while acting President of Bangladesh Federal Journalists Union Obaidur Rahman Shaheen, President of Bangladesh Insurance Association Saeed Ahmed, and Managing Director of National Life Insurance plc Qazimuddin, among others, addressed the event. DRU General Secretary Mainul Hassan Sohel moderated the programme. BNP Acting Chairman Tariq Rahman today urged the countrymen to maintain the unity and continuity they demonstrated during the fall of the autocratic regime in order to build a truly democratic state. He said that as a political party, BNP must adhere to the electoral process supported by the people of the country. Tariq Rahman emphasized that the party would work to bring the positive outcomes of the July mass uprising to the doorsteps of the common people. He called upon party leaders and activists to pledge to continue the movement until democratic rights are fully restored. The BNP leader made these remarks while speaking virtually at the inaugural session of the biennial council meeting of the Thakurgaon district BNP unit. BNP Secretary General Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir also addressed the event. He said the BNP has been struggling for the past 15 years, and the goal of its leaders and activists is to transform the country into a democratic state. Other key speakers at the event included BNP Vice Chairman Shamsuzzaman Dudu, Organising Secretary Asadul Habib Dulu, Deputy Organising Secretary Abdul Khalik and Aminul Islam. The Bhutanese government has sent seasonal fruits for former Prime Minister Begum Khalida Zia. Bhutanese ambassador to Bangladesh, Dashokar Mahamudorji, handed over the fruits to BNP Standing Committee member Dr. Abdul Moin Khan at the BNP chairperson's office today. Bangladesh Army is ready to perform duties during the planned February elections, while it now awaited the directives from the Election Commission. Colonel Staff of Military Operations Directorate, Colonel M. Shafiqul Islam, said this in a press conference at Dhaka Cantonment today. He added that the Army expected to receive the directive soon and would perform its duties with utmost professionalism. Asked for comments about the recovery of the lost weapons during a chaotic situation of last year's July uprising, the Colonel Staff said nearly 80% of the arms were recovered so far. He expected the rest of the missing arms and ammunitions could soon be recovered as well. Eminent writer, researcher, politician and intellectual Badrudin Omar was laid to eternal rest at Jurain graveyard in the city this afternoon. His namaz-e-janaza was held at Central Jami Mosque of Dhaka University. Earlier, Badrudin Omar's body was taken to Central Shahid Minar at 10 a.m., where people from all walks of life, including political parties, politicians, writers, researchers, paid their last respects to him. Badrudin Omar died at Bangladesh Specialized Hospital at 10:05 a.m. yesterday after a long struggle with age-related complications. On now to international news.